This is the Higgs Step-Through, the newest model in Murph's lineup of high-quality electric bikes. The Higgs was designed to be easy to get on and off and easy to ride. The super low top bar makes swinging your leg over the seat a thing of the past. Step through the frame, get on, hit the throttle, and go. With a 52-volt battery and a powerful motor, this might be the perfect electric bike for you.
Hey guys, welcome to Surf and Show. I'm Noel Salas, stoked to be back here in Cali, hanging out at my brother's house as we are coming to do some board testing. Now I got a great direct message from Gudauskas on Instagram. He was talking about the new G-Skate model. He's like, hey, me and the boys want to do a little episode with you. Maybe we can meet up next time you come into town. Well, we're in that spot right now. We're meeting the G-Boys down at Trussell's to do some testing on their new G-Skateboard. So this is a stock 5'4", coming in at roughly 27 liters. I'm 5'9" and 170 pounds right now. And when I put the board in my hand, this is a PU poly. It feels great. I would say the rails are a little tapered, quite a bit of foam under here, the wider outline, but the tail's super pulled in. So I saw them ripping in the new edit they dropped, and I couldn't wait to get my hands on one. Now, Dane dropped this off at Rip Curl San Clemente for me, and he also gave me a set of his new twin plus trailer fin setup, so we're gonna run his today. Let's get the car packed. Let's meet up with the G-Boys. This is gonna be fun. Sit back, get your favorite drink, enjoy the show. Stoked to be surfing with you, Tanner, and your brother's out there just ripping.
Oh, it's fun to be out there.
Now, you got out here earlier than we did,
yeah.
And I saw you ripping on the G-Skate. Tell us a little bit about the length and the fin setup you're running and why.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm actually really stoked that we're doing it on a day like today, because it's fun because this design was kind of meant for smaller waves. And then when we took it to Hawaii, we were trading around a lot with the team, and we only had a certain set of these fins. So yeah. I gave mine to Imai, and then I started riding a thruster set, and I found that I just really like the release a lot more. You know, I like the drive that comes off of the bigger side fin, but especially in small waves, when you're just trying to like get the pizzazz out of whatever you can.
Right.
Like today, it's like a wind swell. There's not really much power in the wave pocket, so right. It's fun. You can kind of like twist over things a little bit easier with the thruster. And I haven't really gone back since that.
Really?
Which I think is really cool, because the board is shaped and designed for kind of more of this.
Yeah.
But I prefer it with just a normal thruster.
Okay, so what length is this?
So I've been riding 5'6", which for me, I was scaling off my bobby quad, which was a 5'5".
Yeah.
I just wanted to go up a little bit because I wanted a little bit more rail line. Yeah. Sometimes the bobby feels a little like choppy.
Yeah.
And I really like 5'6". I feel like it's a good size.
Now what do you ride your high performance shortboard lengthwise?
5'11", 18/7/8, 2 3/8.
And how tall are you?
Probably about 5'10", 5'11".
5'10", 5'11". Now, how much do you weigh? And then I know this board doesn't have the volume on it because you guys are notorious for not knowing volume.
Yeah, because everyone asks that, and I'm so sorry. I have no idea what my volume is.
Well, if you give us the dims, we can punch it in on the CI board calculator, and I'll get it for everybody.
Okay, so no, I just ride the stock 5'6".
Oh, okay,
yeah,
stock 5'6".
Yeah, stock 5'6". That's exactly what it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, is this your first time really pushing the G-Skate in really small waves?
So this is very small waves. So yes, but I've done this a couple times, but not like with the purpose of like us having a blast and doing this review.
Right.
Like normally it's just chilling out and having fun, and I love it. Like I just ordered one in epoxy to try out. I think that'll be great, and Spine Tech.
Sick.
But yeah, like I feel like this is almost as small as you can go.
Right.
In general.
Agreed. Now, our community might not agree. they probably still think we're surfing perfect lined up little waves.
No, it's fun. We're not writing it off. No, but I'm just saying the size is small, not the enjoyment factor.
Right. Well, I get a lot of crap from our community because they're always picking on me about surfing perfect waves, and they're pretty much right.
Yeah.
I like to surf good waves, but it's fun out there. I feel like when we're surfing out there and you catch a little wave, on the camera it always looks bigger and better than what it feels like out there.
No, I agree with that. But like, I mean, honestly, for like your community, if you're enjoying small, like bad waves, then you've already beat the game, because when it gets good, your mindset is already ready for that. Yeah. I don't know, we've always been like that. Like, I mean, this is like QS mentality 101. Like, find the enjoyment in that. And like you said, sometimes it feels bigger and you're surprised, but really, if you just get out there, it's all good.
Well, you're ripping. Thanks for being on the show.
Dude, thank you.
And passing around the G-skate. I'm having fun.
Yeah, I hope you enjoy it.
I feel like we kind of scored this morning on these little waves, huh?
It was amazing. I mean, for what's on offer, you know, 1 foot, 12 seconds, just enough to get into trestles, and it really was a perfect canvas for these boards.
Yeah, so I was looking at your guys' first edit that you dropped. You guys are destroying Hawaii, like on this little tiny board. So I was thinking, man, we got some really small waves today, and I'm thinking, is it gonna go good in the small stuff, right? So if you could talk about the board design and like, is it meant for small waves?
Yes, I mean, you know, growing up in Southern California, this is what you surf every single day. Like, and as our development has grown, like, how do you stay inspired about surfing small waves? How can you find joy and speed and happiness and just something that makes you want to go out and get in the water on days that look like this? Because this is a lot of the days that we have around home. You know, what happened in Hawaii was funny because we had the boards, we had the whole team there, and the swell was just cranking. So we really got to test the design in like a full throttle speed approach. And it held up amazing. I mean, we were surfing Honolulu Bay, Haleiwa, Rocky Point, and it was really exciting to see how the board can be pretty versatile. But this was our original inspiration. Small California waves, gutless, you know, maybe a little bit facey, where you can just kind of use this outline right here that's designed for pretty like easy paddling. Like, you'll notice all the foam up front here. And we just wanted that get up and go. You know, and so that's a lot of it, what's baked into this design from the very beginning. How to get speed, how to control speed.
So I was talking with Tanner, I interviewed him earlier. He was just ripping out here on these little waves, and he was riding the thruster. I saw in the video, the edit that you guys put out there with Mikey Feb and everybody riding, it looked like everybody's running in twin plus trailer.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Pat can speak to that. We have a couple different setups, you know. What we found with the success of the Rocket Wide and the Rocket 9 was having a setup that could accommodate, hey, I want to ride a thruster, that's all I have. I want to ride a twin trailer because I like the speed of twin fins, but I need a little more stability and control. And with twin trailers, you know, there is some variety out there that they have, but you know, Channel Islands, they really like the AMTs. Those have been really successful with the MTF design that Channel Islands had, which was really popular back in the day. So we had that as our template, but we also designed a new fin that is specifically designed to benefit this board model. So that'll be out soon. But I mean, in Hawaii, we were pretty much running the AMTs.
When I actually got stuck, and we were kind of talking about this before, we had a quiver of 6 boards that we had each received 2 for, and they're all the exact same dimensions. And when we showed up to film the thing, they're the only boards we had. So the whole crew, like Mikey Febs, who's much taller than both of us, or Imai is like really strong and stocky, like we're all on the same exact board. And it's funny because all our fins were the only fins that were accessible to the team. So I gave all my fins out. So I ended up running the whole time on my John mediums.
Okay.
And it was cool. I was kind of craving the 2-1 because like the huge canvas we were surfing on, like obviously Haleiwa and different ways like that. I was really wanting that. But because everyone was on the team froth, and I was like, dude, you guys rip these things and I'll just ride it as a thruster. But it kind of opened up, at least for myself, like that Dane was saying, that like palette of different feelings within one board. And then I've come home and I've only run 2-1s.
Right.
And I'm in love with the 2-1s. But here Tanner today was on a thruster and he was way looser and kind of more poppy with it. So it's been cool. I think having those like original Rocket Wide, Rocket 9, kind of the heritage of, we love having one board that you can like just rip on many different feelings, you know?
Sure.
And it's funny too, if you're a consumer, you go into a surf store and you're gonna spend all that money to buy a board.
2 boards in 1 board.
Yeah, and you go,
You know?
hey, if it doesn't work in this, I can try it as that, and maybe it'll work to me. Like giving people the most opportunities for success to go into a store, buy a board, and go have fun with it, and be able to modify it per condition. You know, that's kind of a big motivation for us designing these boards. So that's a big part of exactly
And what
how the
you
fins
so
are.
you're on the actual templates.
Yeah, this is stock 5.4.
Yeah.
This is your guys' new fin, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
and that's the first one off the press. I'm
Yeah.
still on the prototype, so Noel's got the specials.
Yeah, Tanner said, you actually have the finished goods. I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, I know somebody. And he started laughing. Like, I feel like I told you after the very first wave I caught, I would say the board felt silky,
Yes.
like smooth rail to rail. And I'm a big fan of just flow.
Yeah.
And so that's what I felt on the very first wave, especially in smaller waves where you have to generate the speed.
Yeah.
I felt like the board there was an instant connection to the rail. The fins felt great. And I'm so used to my fin designs. Your fins felt great. It felt like it had the drive. It felt like it had the pivot. And that's what you need in these little tiny waves.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. And big kudos to Channel Islands and the whole team for really giving us the freedom to explore. This is a collaboration model between all 3 of us, and it was a great chance for us each to like use our knowledge and background to put into here and try and find something that could work for all of us. And that all the way went through to the fins. Like this is the very front curve that's the same as the curve on the BMT that you'll notice, which is a beautiful curve, got the Channel Islands heritage. We just added a nice modern performance tip, which I kind of created from like modifying a bunch of different fin templates. And then this nice cutaway to give you that nice release. But I like a little more rake than the AMTs because it's gonna give you that radius and drive through your turns, especially as the canvas becomes a little bit bigger. Man, you're gonna be able to get nice and round and drive through them. Whereas AMT, you can get that nice pivot release, which I love too. The trailer combo is gonna get you there to get the speed. But it's been really fun having this canvas to play on. Because like we were talking in the water, fins aren't something that I usually dive into.
Right.
Like I've had the same set of captain fins or future fins all the time for like ever. So learning about these was amazing. We were talking, there's a little bit of a secret recipe in these fins that's different than a lot of the fins that I've ridden personally in twin trailers. And it's the angle of the fins are laid out, and to me, I just noticed that lift, that drive immediately. The ability to go heel to toe edge and control that speed, it was just night and day. So
And I'm psyched for you to try this in a little bigger canvas. I think you're gonna like really dig that. I think that's what we noticed for sure on that new fin was just that like it's just a drive. I was using the word drive on it mostly. I felt like the AMT was almost a little more squirrely and pivoty. So it's cool. You get like different feelings again.
And then Tanner's on the thruster. It's just bizarre how.
Is that what you're riding in Hawaii? Were you riding 5.6?
The same board in Hawaii, same board here.
Wow.
So that's
what a range.
The range.
What a range.
Yeah.
So if somebody wants to buy the board, you're going to give them a range. You're
Yeah.
going to say, what is that?
Well, I think it's literally whatever you feel comfortable surfing. I mean, that's the range of it. But I mean, ideally, the target window I would say is waist to head high plus if it's a facier wave. I have noticed the curve of the outline really does fit good in barrels. But I mean, if you're just looking to go surf, it's a daily driver. It's just get out and go. Hopefully with the combination of fins, the outline, it can just give you speed in flat sections across the flats, and I don't know. That's what I would say, but how would you approach it?
No, I agree. I mean, one thing we were chatting about recently was how to order the sizes, and I think that's been a really cool question consistently coming up with people on social media and stuff asking us is, like, I guess for my quivers, probably the easiest way to break it down would be my shortboard's basically 5'11", and then if you're looking like the everyday, kind of step down groveler performance board, I was going like 5'8", and we were saying this is kind of for me in that 5'6" to 5'5" range, and then if you're doing a bobby quad, that's like your 5'2". So I'm sure you've ridden the bobby and the whole thing. I think
that's a really good point.
It's kind of a nice scale to be thinking about. The bobby's is hyper small. Like when I held it, I thought it was like no way I'd ride it, and it felt amazing. And I think this is like that gradient between those two, where you're kind of going bobby quad here, and then you're kind of like, shortboarder, groveler, and it's kind of right
And
between
you'll
them.
probably notice a bit more of a natural transition from a thruster to this board rather than going from a thruster to a wide base quad.
Yeah.
That'll feel a lot more fast and through the flats. But I think for people who just are back foot minded, have surfed thruster a long time, I think this should be
easy
a nice transition.
Yeah.
So today, boys, thanks for joining us on the show. I had a blast. I was expecting pretty much no waves,
Yeah.
which was kind of a good thing. I think our community wants to see me struggle a little bit, And
They
I
want
get
to
that.
see you grind it.
Yeah, they want to see me grind it out.
Tell them it's 52 out there. I don't know if anyone knows it. It's freezing.
It's cold.
It's cold.
Yeah, and so that's another thing is being stiff and then trying to grovel, wearing boots and all that stuff. I was pretty darn impressed with the board and how it performed for me personally. But I just had such a blast, and I just want to say thanks for being on the show and for joining us on this episode.
Yeah, well, we love Surf and Show, and we're just super excited for you guys to be out there rocking the boards and sharing it with your community, and looking forward to sharing some more sessions in the future.
And hit us up. I think at any point, like obviously we're going to be in touch anytime we're surfing, but if anyone's got questions, we'll try and answer. And I love hearing your answers. I honestly enjoy all your commentary on all the boards that you're at, so it's cool. We look forward to kind of reading up on it, seeing what everyone thinks, you know.
Yeah, big thanks, guys. Hey, look, if you like the show, subscribe, ring the bell so you don't miss an episode, and give us a thumbs up if you like our content. Until next time, guys, we'll see you in the water.